Issa and Isak, they've been criticised for how they've gone about things.
Yeah.
But do you have any sort of sympathy stroke defence of them?
Yeah, I do, actually. And look, here's my take on it. I understand it doesn't look great for a player, you know, who's kicking up a fuss and who wants to get out. There's been promises made, right? One to Wissa. There's been promises being able to move on, and, you know, to Isak, whether that was a gentleman's agreement, a handshake, whatever it is, they've gone back on that, and now they're trying to hold their players to ransom. Yeah, what I would say is, there's always going to be Newcastle, right? They're going to be around forever. Brentford are going to be around forever. As a player, you get one chance in a career. You get one career. You've got to try and get the max out of it as you can. If there's an opportunity for you to go and better yourself and go and play for Liverpool, or, you know, Wissa's at Brentford, he goes to a massive club like Newcastle, you're crying at that opportunity to say, give me that opportunity, I want to go. And when a club's, you know, holding you to ransom and saying they want 150 million, or, you know, they want 60 million pound for Wissa, come on, guys, let's be realistic. Wissa done a job for you. You said he could leave. You gave him a gentleman's agreement. You said he could, and now you've gone back on it. You could have sold him for 25 and it would have been done. I just think it's out of order. You know, because when the club wants to get rid of you, Tom, and I've had this, and every player knows this, every single player goes through this. When the club want you out, and you've got time left in your contract, they want to push you out the door. They want to shove you out the door and say, go on, move on, thanks for coming, we're off now, we don't want you. Oh, fans, he's got to leave, he should be gone. Right, but when you want to leave, and when you want to better yourself and have a chance of going to a massive football club, when you've got one career and it don't last long at the top, you're not allowed to do that. There's no loyalty in football anymore, and, you know, I think, look, it's not easy, but sometimes these things have got to happen. As Roy Keane would say, if you want loyalty, get a dog.
Liverpool are now preparing an improved bid worth up to £150 million for Alexander Isak, as the Newcastle United striker has made headlines by publicly declaring his desire to leave the club. The Swedish international shocked fans and pundits alike after posting a direct and emotional statement on Instagram, claiming that promises were broken and that his relationship with Newcastle can't continue. This bold message came just days after he was left out of preseason training, did not attend the PFA Awards despite being named in the Team of the Year, and reportedly began training alone. His stance has now added serious pressure on Newcastle, while Liverpool are looking to take full advantage of the situation. Reports suggest that Liverpool had an earlier bid in the region of £110 million rejected outright by Newcastle, who are holding firm at a valuation of £150 million. However, the Merseyside club, desperate to add a world-class striker to new manager Arne Slot's front line, is now said to be readying a second, significantly improved offer. Sources close to the club indicate this new bid could reach Newcastle's demands, particularly as Isak's public statement has left his future at St James Park looking increasingly untenable. It's also believed that Liverpool are willing to structure the deal with substantial add-ons and performance bonuses, ensuring it becomes one of the most expensive transfers in the club's history. Behind the scenes, Isak is reportedly taking further steps to push the transfer forward. Along with isolating himself from the first team, he's even moved out of his Newcastle home, strongly signaling that he sees his future elsewhere. According to The Times and other reputable outlets, Isak feels let down by Newcastle after what he describes as clear promises made last season were not honored. While the exact nature of those promises remains unclear, insiders suggest it relates to assurances about his role, career progression, and potential transfer opportunities should a major club like Liverpool come calling. Newcastle, for their part, are reluctant to lose their star striker, who scored 21 Premier League goals last season and was arguably their standout player. However, they are also realistic about the situation. Should Liverpool meet the £150 million valuation, Newcastle would likely allow the transfer, but only if they can secure a quality replacement before the window closes. From Liverpool's perspective, signing Isak would be a monumental statement of intent under Arne Slot. With Darwin Núñez's exit to Al Hilal bringing in a clinical finisher like Isak could give the Reds the edge in a tight title race. Isak's mix of pace, technical ability, and composure in front of goal makes him a perfect fit for Slot's attacking system. And now, with the player publicly agitating for a move, Liverpool find themselves in a position of leverage rarely seen in such high-stakes negotiations. Liverpool are aggressively working on two major deals this summer, with Alexander Isak and Marc Guéhi both high on their radar as Arne Slot's rebuild intensifies. While the club is still in negotiations with Newcastle United over a potential £150 million transfer for Isak, who has publicly expressed frustration with his current situation, the Reds are also preparing to strengthen their defence by targeting Crystal Palace and England centre-back Mark Guéhi. The dual pursuit highlights Liverpool's ambition to overhaul both ends of the pitch as they look to bounce back into serious title contention under their new manager. Mark Guéhi has been on Liverpool's shortlist since the start of the window, and interest has now accelerated amid uncertainty around Palace's ability to hold on to the defender. The 24-year-old is entering the final year of his contract and is said to be open to the move, particularly with Liverpool offering Champions League football and the opportunity to work under a progressive manager like Slot. Reports suggest that Liverpool have already reached a verbal agreement on personal terms with Guéhi, and discussions with Palace are now focused on the transfer fee, which is expected to land between £40 to £45 million. Guéhi's situation has grown tenser in recent weeks, especially after he appeared to snub manager Oliver Glasner following a pre-season match, fueling speculation that his time at Selhurst Park may be coming to an end. He has made it clear, both internally and through his representatives, that he's ready to take the next step in his career. Despite reported interest from clubs like Tottenham and Newcastle, Guéhi is believed to prefer Liverpool, where he sees a clearer path to becoming a starting centre-back at the highest level. Liverpool's need for a defensive signing is pressing. With Virgil van Dijk now in his mid-30s, Joe Gomez sidelined, and Ibrahima Konaté's fitness inconsistent, Slot is eager to bring in a defender who is not only Premier League proven but also offers long-term potential. Guéhi, who impressed at Euro 2024 and has earned plaudits for his leadership and consistency at Palace, fits the bill perfectly. While negotiations for Isak continue, with Liverpool hoping that the striker's public push to leave Newcastle will help soften the Magpies' stance, the club is not waiting around. The parallel pursuit of Guéhi shows that Liverpool are serious about completing their squad rebuild before the window shuts. If successful, signing both players would represent a significant statement of intent and mark a transformative summer at Anfield. Kostas Tsimikas could be on his way out of Liverpool this summer, with a growing number of reports suggesting that the Greek international is edging closer to the Anfield exit door. Under new manager Arne Slot, Liverpool are undergoing a tactical and personnel reshuffle, and Tsimikas appears to be one of the players who may be moved on to make room for fresh arrivals. The recent signing of highly rated Hungarian left-back Milos Kerkez has intensified competition in the left-back position, pushing Tsimikas further down the pecking order behind long-standing first-choice Andy Robertson. While Tsimikas has always been a reliable squad player and has previously expressed satisfaction with his role, featuring in around 27 games per season, Liverpool's evolving plans suggest he may no longer be part of the club's long-term vision. The Reds have reportedly set an asking price in the region of £12 to £15 million and are open to both domestic and international offers. A number of clubs are said to be circling, including Leeds United, Nottingham Forest, Lille, and Valencia, all of whom are believed to be monitoring the situation closely. Notably, recent reports claim that Tsimikas would prefer a move abroad, potentially returning to continental Europe where he could secure more regular starts. According to The Athletic, a deal outside of the Premier League now appears more likely, particularly after he was left out of Liverpool's Community Shield squad, seen by many as a clear signal that an exit is being prepared behind the scenes. Despite his limited starting opportunities, Tsimikas has maintained a strong relationship with teammates and remains popular with fans, largely due to his high work rate, technical ability, and positive attitude. However, with Liverpool preparing for a new era under Slot, and a desire to refresh both flanks with younger, more dynamic fullbacks, the 28-year-old defender may now see this summer as the right time to move on. If a deal is finalized, Tsimikas would leave with over 60 appearances to his name and a Premier League winner's medal, having played a valuable supporting role during one of the most competitive eras in the club's recent history.